Hey, C2E2, how you doing? Yeah? Pretty good, pretty good. Well, I am Jackie Jennings. I am a host for SYFY, and that is your destination for all geek news, anything you could possibly want from fandom. And I think you guys know who I am sitting here with, but just in case you get in, I'll tell you. I'm here with John Francis Daley and Martin Starr. Hey, guys.
Hey, happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. I mean, obviously, we could talk about a million things, but today we're going to talk about Freaks and Geeks. Yeah?
I'm down.
Okay.
Sweet.
I thought we were going to talk about why you spelled sci-fi wrong.
So we could talk about it, and I would love
Okay.
your thoughts on that. Yeah, but maybe for the end, if we've got like
Yeah, we'll save
a
that
minute,
for later.
we can kind of unpack. Yeah. So
We'll hash it out.
we'll hash it out, and maybe we'll come to a resolution.
As
a serious
would like
conflict.
to, yeah.
Yeah. So it's been almost 20 years since
Yeah.
the show first aired. Is that crazy to hear and think about, or are you like, yep, 20 years, that sounds right?
No, it's always crazy to think 20 years because I feel like I'm 15 still anyway. So,
In some ways.
in other ways, I feel like I'm 90. My sleep schedule, particularly.
Yeah. Doing that like 3 hours a night, like
Oh yeah.
that's how I imagine 90-year-old people sleep. I don't know.
3 hours?
No, they sleep
Yeah.
a lot more than that.
Yeah, I
Is
think you
that-
go back to being like a teenager where you want to sleep till 2 p.m.
Oh, I just assumed you're.
And then you still eat dinner at 6.
Yeah. So it's a lot of like, it is sort of the schedule of a baby, I guess.
Yeah, you're just like super awake, but only for 6 hours.
Yeah.
What are we talking about again?
Freaks and geeks.
Right.
So
Yeah. Good, yeah, we stay on
Yeah,
topic
yeah.
real
We'll
good.
stay
so
on topic.
No need to keep us there.
Yeah. So was there a sense for you guys day one when you walked onto set that the show was special? Like,
Yes, I had never done anything before that.
So
Television
anything would have been special.
That's right. Well, that's what I was about to say. It was quite an experience, regardless of the quality. But I knew that there was something really neat about it, just in reading the script and realizing that it was way different, a serious departure from the Nickelodeon, Disney Channel shows that I was not getting at the time.
yeah. So a lot of you guys in that kind of special environment, a lot of you have gone on to be creators as well, like in all different areas, directing, writing, acting. Do you think that that is a direct result of the collaborative nature of Freaks and Geeks and the influence that it had on your careers?
Yeah, Judd definitely, Judd and Paul both fostered creativity, I think, in everybody and wanted everyone to pursue more than just acting. And we were all so young and new in some ways to the success that Freaks and Geeks was for a short amount of time and now has become in its death. And
Death. It's dark.
No, but it died. It's dead. Just so everyone's
All the
aware.
characters die.
It
They
slept
all
for 9 hours
are
a night
dead.
and died.
They die from the snap.
That's right. Tie-in.
Yes, I agree with that.
But yeah, it was like a nice jumping off point for everyone to, I don't know, grow and develop as creators, auteurs, artists.
Yeah, I think what the creators kind of saw in us was something kind of beyond just one. Despite the script, no, it was definitely the work of Paul Feig and Judd Apatow, who
And all the writers. I mean,
all the writers.
so many honest stories came out of that. I think every episode, every A and B storyline in every episode was directly from someone's life. So it made it feel that much more real because all the details were there already because it was honest.
It was a really different way to approach story structure, I think, for them than it was on other shows where it's more formulaic and it's like, okay, this character has to have this conflict, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it was very much more a slice of life.
Yeah, I think it was a Vanity Fair profile where I think Judd talked about how the writers just had a list of, for lack of a better word, traumatic experiences that
Yeah.
they went through.
Totally.
Was there ever any pressure on you guys? Like, did you know whose story you were acting out at any given time? You're like, oh, that's...
Some of them.
I was
yeah.
usually doing Paul's horrible childhood stories. I know the Parisian night suit was a
Right.
thing that actually happened
Yeah.
to him. That made me shudder when I heard about it.
Pretty bad, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with you, it was some of Judd's life, right?
The garage door episode. I forget.
It was Jeff Judah's story.
Judah's, yeah. But yeah, he had found out that his dad was cheating on his mom because he got the garage door clicker and went and checked the neighborhood and found his dad's car in someone else's garage, pun intended, and then wrote it into an episode.
So how did your guys' high school experience compare to the characters you played or the characters on the show?
It's funny because I was in high school while I was doing the show,
Yeah.
so it was exactly the same.
It was like a meta experience.
It was super meta, and I still feel like I'm a character on the show. No, it was a very unusual way to kind of grow up and go through the high school experience, but similarly cliquey and hormonal and conflict-driven.
Yeah. I imagine, too, it was fairly intense, like working so closely with so many very creative people. Do you have like favorite memories from behind the scenes, stuff that stood out to you guys? It's like, that was a really fun day, or that day was brutal. That was tough.
I feel like a lot of the experiences there were fun. It was mostly fun just being a kid in an environment that was mature, and we were working technically, but we had so much fun. We were really encouraged not to stray from being kids, and I feel like oftentimes, especially with a lot of like set parents and the way a lot of sets are run, you're discouraged from being yourself. And we had so much fun just being us, and very rarely were they ever like, "Hey, shut up, we got to work here." And that allowed us to like still be kids and enjoy that experience and not feel like we were being forced to grow up and figure out.
Which is a real testament to them, because I was the most hyperactive kid. If you ever see some of the behind-the-scenes footage, I could not sit still. I was always running around and being a little fool. And they encouraged it, because I think it kept me loose and kept me real, and I was able to be, as honest as I could. And when you're dealing with kid actors, I think that's like the most perfect way to do it. We also had a lot of rehearsals, so my family dynamic with Linda Cardellini and my parents on the show was pretty true to life. Like we felt like brother and sister. My parents felt like parents, so it was great.
Yeah, I would think that, watching the show, part of what makes it so special is that it does feel like you're watching kids, that you were the actual age, which is rare. Usually I feel like if you're playing 16, you're, in your mid-40s. Like, so that feels like it was very intentionally part of the magic of the show. Do you ever go back and, have you ever gone back as adults now and watched episodes and felt like, oh man, that is, it's like the way you go back and look at prom photos, it's painful. That's your guys' time capsule to look at.
Well,
have you seen it?
I haven't seen it in a long time, but I would imagine now that your son is growing up, have you ever thought about when you would show him the show? I feel like it would be a developmental...
I put it on every night when he goes to sleep, just
Already.
to kind of stay in his subconscious. I just want him to know that I'm kind of a big deal.
Smart.
That is important for kids to understand.
I think it's the most important thing for them to respect and look up to you like a fan more than a son.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
You don't want to relate.
terrible advice. No, I think maybe when he's, 9, I'm assuming he'll be mature enough to.
I wonder if he
watch
just
it then.
reject it because you're a part of it.
That could be it too.
Just like,
kids are surly.
Very surly.
Yeah. Kids and old people are surly. That's
Yeah.
one
We're
thing
back
we've
to old
learned
people,
here
full
today.
circle.
Yeah,
Some people don't stray between the kid and old person phase.
Yeah. It's just a straight line. There's no deviation.
A whole lot of surly.
So what do you guys think Sam and Bill are up to now? Like, what are they doing today? Yeah, today. What would they be doing today, 2019?
I would assume that Sam lived the same life that Paul Feig did, since I was basically playing him. So he has gone on to massive success as a creator and writer, producer, director.
Football champion. That's a thing, right? A champion of football.
So things did change in between.
I think, yeah, I mean, we had gotten some word from Paul and Judd before they lost total hope that the show would get picked up, that there were some ideas floating around, and one of them was that my character, mostly because I was probably working out too much and they were very vocal about it during the first season of Freaks and Geeks.
Humble brag.
Hashtag humble brag, tweet that out. And they said that he would be a jock in some capacity for a season 2. And that would actually start to break up our group, or at least we'd start to see that dynamic shift a little bit. It would have been fun to see what happened.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I mean, so you just said all hope was lost. So was there ever a moment for a second season at that time? How close have you guys ever come, or has it ever been a conversation, let's in some way revive this, or class reunion?
I've never heard a real debate about it, unless you're starting one now, and if you have the financial means to make it happen, hey, go for it.
I'm not saying I don't.
Okay.
But I don't.
Another humble brag. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think so. But you never know. Things can be revived 30 years later, so I guess anything's possible.
Yeah. I do want to ask a few questions because you guys both worked on SpiderMan Homecoming. Yeah. Yeah. So cool.
All right.
Yeah, some Spider-Man fans. So, what I imagine when you find out you're working on a Marvel movie that they, particularly writing, do they just march you into a room with like a whiteboard and string and say, like, how much do you know? How much do you know about what's going to happen in the MCU? I won't ask you what you know.
Right. I'm going to tell you guys everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here it is.
And don't forget, he did it. So when they come to sue somebody, he did it, right, everyone?
We just listened.
It's like kind of going into the CIA or the Pentagon a little bit, in that they're incredibly secretive about it. We had like these separate email servers for when we were writing our drafts.
You had separate email servers.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Hillary.
Yeah. I was like, what? Marvel's got them? Okay, we won't go there.
But it was an incredibly secretive process, and understandably so, because it's got such a huge fan base, and the internet is a dangerous place. But it was so much fun to also have the looseness that we were given in creating, like coming up with which villain he would face, giving him, his friend, his sort of sounding board that finds out that he's Spider-Man. So it was, it's really a testament to Marvel, because they really do kind of nurture the creative process and allow writers to really let their voice kind of be heard on the page. And you don't see that very often.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite parts about that film and a lot of the recent Marvel films is it's funny. It feels like they've really embraced really sharp joke writing, and just bringing comedy into it. Is that something that was an explicit conversation where it was like, hey, we want this to be funny? That's critical.
Yeah, I mean, what's also so cool about the studio is that with each movie, they kind of approach it as its own sort of genre. And with Spider-Man, they wanted it to be a coming-of-age kind of John Hughesian look at high school life. And my writing partner and I were the hugest John Hughes fans. The Hughes gist.
The Hughes gist.
And so we were really pumped to be able to make this kid sweet, likable, dorky, play with Legos, not have a lot of friends, and be a genuine, good, geeky kid.
But mostly focusing on the teacher, the super cool, awesome teacher
Mr. Harrington.
character.
Yes.
Right?
Well, once we our first line in the pitch was, we want Martin Starr to play a teacher in this movie.
Right on.
And
cool.
And that's how we started. You were the building blocks.
If you start every pitch off like that, I think we're gonna be okay, you and I.
Have you ever read, there is a fan theory that because you played a computer tech.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Cool. There's a fan theory that I believe you unite the Marvel Universe, that you are a thread that runs through.
Oh, yeah.
It's very good.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because he was also in the Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
But I'm not the only person to play two, because Ryan Reynolds did.
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he play two different?
But you were Harrington in the Incredible Hulk, weren't
Yeah.
you?
This theory doesn't care about
Say
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
I can't talk about it right now. I have no idea. I really don't think they're connected.
Oh, okay. Well, there is an article online. that
All right.
thinks you
Well,
did.
I mean, yeah. All right, article. You did it. You found me out.
So much of the stuff that you guys, that your characters, I should say, in Freaks and Geeks were into, is now pop. Like, it's not soda. It's cool. It's Star Wars. They're massive franchises, massive movies. Spider-Man.
Is soda not cool?
I just felt like because I'm in the Midwest, I needed to clarify I meant pop culture and not soda.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant.
I did a
not
whole lot of work
soda.
for not a lot. Yeah.
Because soda's not cool. It's pop.
Popular culture.
Gotcha.
We're there.
Noted.
Yeah. What do you guys see, if anything, that kids or high school kids, or what are people into today that will be the thing that's like popular? I know that's such a weird question, but watching the show, you're like, yeah, that is a weird question.
I don't know. I don't know what
I
the
don't
kids
know.
are into. I feel very out of touch.
Yeah.
Samesies.
It just struck me watching the show. You guys referenced like Shatner in Star Wars, and that made your characters outsiders. And now it feels like that stuff is very much embraced in popular culture.
I guess
Yeah.
anything that would be classified as cool, it would be fringe now. I don't know. I mean, what I think was so great about the show is that it brought like geekdom to the forefront of the conversation. And I won't say that it's like directly responsible for this kind of resurgence of like pop culture and fandom, and the fact that it's now kind of socially acceptable when before it was looked at as weird. But it's neat that like the voice of the geeks have been kind of put on this platform, and anyone can be a geek too. Like that's the thing is, you look at all these Marvel movies, you look at all these pop culture superhero comic book movies, and they're the most popular. And it's a testament to, I guess, I don't know, the studios kind of realizing that they are onto something here and that there's a much larger fan base than they ever thought there was.
And that nerds are friggin' smart, dude.
Way smart.
I feel like, that was the first time that I was aware of anything really public embracing geek culture.
Yeah.
I mean, like one of the shows we were up against was called Popular. So we were going against the grain for sure, and obviously now the tide has shifted, and the nerds control the world.
On that note.
Oh yeah, that's a good note to do something on.
A good note to do something on. So we play a game called Roll for Question. That's what that 20-sided die is for.
Great.
Got it.
So
I thought we were gonna play D&D.
no,
Yeah.
we
All right.
simply don't have the time. I wish.
Oh, come on.
I know.
We've
You know
got
what?
6 minutes and 15 seconds.
That's plenty of time. We'll play something that's close. So you guys, one of you will roll, and whatever number comes up there, I have a bunch of questions that correspond to a number, so I'll ask that.
Right.
Yeah, so whoever wants to go first.
All right.
Rocket.
Yeah.
4.
Ooh. If you could, this is very apropos. If you could somehow talk to your younger self, what would you tell them if you wanted to totally blow their mind?
Someday you'll have body hair.
Cool.
And a goatee specifically.
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. Ooh, in board games, are you a go with the flow type person, or I will flip this board type person?
I've changed. I used to be a flip this board.
Yeah.
Now I'm chill. It's fun. It's cool. I don't have to win.
Sure. Did something specific change you, or just broken tables?
Yeah, nobody was having fun playing with me when I was like 8 years
That'll
old.
do it. That'll do it.
I was like, come on, let's play Monopoly. I'll be the banker. And people were like, no, not anymore.
How about, are you flip this board or go with the flow?
I'd like to say I'm go with the flow, but I'm probably more of a flip this board kind of guy.
He's very
That's why I have to
competitive.
win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very.
Just let him win. He doesn't have to flip the board. All right. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, we keep going until we get all the numbers,
Until
or
you
what?
win.
That's right. 10.
Okay, 10. Ooh. If I offered you one infinity gem, which would you pick? Power, time, space, soul, mind, or reality? This is hard.
Time is just too much to deal with.
It's so complicated.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Time travel. We're working on a time travel movie now, and it's a lot.
I feel like you've added a few gems.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say soul, because I'm not quite sure what that means.
That does feel like the in Captain Planet Heart, where you were like,
Yeah.
Right.
what's heart? You just make
The
yeah.
least useful planeteer.
He's so nice
Yeah.
to everyone.
He
Yeah.
is, and he has a sidekick, but I'll take, something powerful.
That's right. I think soul is the deepest of those.
Yeah. Martin, what would you pick?
Reality.
Reality. That does feel like the right answer. Yeah. All right, you want to roll?
Okay. You don't have to roll ever?
No.
A 9.
A 9.
Where's
Gotta
that
go
camera?
back.
Oh, I see. That's how they get it on the...
Yes, that's how they got it.
Don't mind Martin.
I'm just figuring out life because I'm all about reality.
You already got that, gem. All right. Where would you build your secret base? And there's a bunch of options here, but I'm going to leave it open-ended. If you had to build a secret base, where would you build it?
Maybe you could start me off with some of those.
Options okay. A cave full of bats. Weird fortress.
Oh, these are already bases.
These are bases that
So
already exist.
I want to take Batman's base.
Yeah, a high-rise building in Manhattan. Oh, and then the end of the question says are already taken. So you can't take them. Good.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now I know the full question.
Uh-huh.
It would be right under the C2E2 premises. And I'd just come up here and hang out with you guys.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Feels like a safe place.
The kiss ass.
Yeah.
Hey, I was being real.
I'm gonna say wherever the real estate is most expensive, so that I can flip it.
Oh, this is a profit-making
it's a
venture.
money-making
Yeah.
opportunity for John.
I'm about
Okay.
reality too.
Yeah.
It's an acre of square footage underground. Interested?
It's beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna flip it and make a profit. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. You're out a secret base, but you're up a couple million.
That's right.
It's probably under like St. Patrick's Cathedral, right? It's somewhere really populated.
It's gotta be.
I don't know why that was the option, but yeah, it feels right.
So you don't even want a secret base?
Yeah.
I don't need I don't have any secrets.
Oh, okay. So what happens in the next SpiderMan movie?
I will tell you.
Martin, is it your roll?
Oh, didn't I just roll a 9?
Oh, did
All right,
you?
all right,
I'm
all
sorry.
right. Here we
God,
go.
Yeah.
3, didn't we do 3 already? No.
Did we? I'll just ask a
Okay.
question that I know we didn't do.
Okay.
Rules are breaking down rapidly. So, if you're a superhero, how often would you wash your suit? Be honest.
I guess it depends. Like, what material are we talking about?
Yeah.
Will it pill excessively if I do it too often? Will it shrink? Is it wool?
Yeah.
Who wears a wool superhero suit? Stupid question. I'm gonna say.
And if you're the
once a
flame,
day,
it's
because
being-
what's
Yeah.
that?
And if you're the flame, it's always being cleansed.
The flame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know? Like if you've got some sort of superpower that
Uh-huh.
cleans it naturally,
That's right.
you don't even need to wash it.
That's right.
Keep it on 24/7.
I guess it depends on what my
365.
superpower is. If it's being clean all the time, never.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. That's
I wouldn't need
that's
to.
a superpower.
If my power is being super stinky every couple hours.
Okay.
So a lot of,
The loopholes.
sidebar questions.
but if that's your
to be
power,
asked.
you probably never want to wash it to really get the full effect of your powers.
Yeah.
That's a really good point, Martin.
Yeah.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
anymore. I'm spiraling. I'm gonna say once a day.
that
think-
feels like a safe answer. Yeah. Safe and.
Did we
correct.
beat the game yet?
Well, Martin, how often would you wash your suit?
Never.
Ooh, okay. I think you won the game.
All right.
That's how you win. You guys, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
And you guys, stick around. We have tons more coming up today and all weekend long. Next, we've got a conversation with Marv Wolfman. So stay where you are.
All right.